Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the film world lately, Sigurjón Sighvatsson's recent thoughts on AI, Netflix, and the state of film festivals. Now, if you're not familiar with Sighvatsson, he's a producer with a resume that reads like a who's who of iconic cinema, Wild at Heart, Basquiat, Twin Peaks, you name it. But what's really fascinating is his perspective on where the industry is headed. Personally, I think his take is a breath of fresh air in a time when everyone's either hyping up or doom-scrolling about the future of film. Here's the hook: Sighvatsson is being honored at the Locarno Film Festival, and in a recent interview, he didn't hold back. One thing that immediately stands out is his love for Locarno. He calls it adventurous, less predictable, basically, the anti-Cannes. And you know what? I get it. Cannes has become this massive, star-driven machine, but Locarno? It's still about the films, the stories, the risks. What many people don't realize is that smaller festivals like Locarno might just be the future. They're not trapped in their own hype, and that gives them room to evolve. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about festivals, it's about the entire industry's struggle to stay true to its roots while adapting to change. Now, let's talk AI. Sighvatsson's take is nuanced, and I appreciate that. He's not saying AI is the devil or the savior, he's saying it's a tool. And here's where it gets interesting: he believes AI will help, but it won't redefine cinema. Why? Because, in his words, movies are about people and stories. Personally, I think this is spot on. AI can enhance, sure, but it can't replace the human element. What this really suggests is that we're not looking at a revolution, more like an evolution. But here's the kicker: he thinks AI will impact television more than film. And honestly, that makes sense. TV is faster, more experimental, and less tied to the art label. It's a medium that's always been about innovation, not tradition. Then there's Netflix. Sighvatsson doesn't mince words here. He calls Netflix films a closed system, and I have to say, that's a perspective I hadn't fully considered. What he's getting at is that Netflix films are made for Netflix, consumed on Netflix, and they don't really exist outside that bubble. It's like they're designed to fit a specific mold, entertaining, sure, but not necessarily enduring. From my perspective, this raises a deeper question: what happens to art when it's created for a platform, not for itself? Sighvatsson's work, on the other hand, is made for an open system, anyone can access it, anywhere. That's a fundamental difference, and it's one that matters more than we might think. But here's where it gets even more intriguing: Sighvatsson isn't anti-Netflix. He gives them credit for giving creators in other countries a voice, and that's huge. What makes this really interesting is that he's not dismissing Netflix entirely, he's just saying it's not his lane. And that's okay. The industry needs both, the Netflix model and the Sighvatsson model. One caters to mass consumption, the other to artistic freedom. The tension between the two? That's where the future of film lies. So, what's the takeaway here? For me, it's this: the industry is at a crossroads. Streaming, festivals, they're all part of a bigger conversation about what film means in the 21st century. Sighvatsson's perspective is a reminder that amidst all the noise, it's the stories and the people behind them that truly matter. And honestly, that's a thought worth holding on to. What do you think? Is the future of film in platforms like Netflix, or is there still room for the open system? Let me know in the comments, I'm curious to hear your take.